Hey, how are you? Ciao from Italy. Hello, Alessandro and Rivermint. How was everyone's holiday? Did you all have a good holiday? Yeah, I didn't recognize your screen name. So, if it's your first stream, glad to have you here. I'm just coordinating a couple things real quick. I'm going to turn my camera on. We'll start. We've got quite a few things to talk about. All right, I think the email went out. I really like the sound of these, so that's why I have them open first. Talking about, or not talking about, but listening to these Chris Hine ensemble strings. I think this is kind of a big one, so. Kind of a big one. Where am I? There I am. Hi, everyone. Brian here, Audio Plugin Deals, if you haven't been here before. I know it's been a while since we did this. I got COVID. That's what happened. I could not even talk properly. Well, I could talk, but it hurt to talk. So there's like 5 or 6 videos you guys will see on our page from the past couple weeks where I don't even talk on the microphone. I just use text to explain what I'm doing on screen. So if you saw that and you're wondering why, that's why. This is a Chris Hahn Ensemble Strings. What kind of deals do we have going on for you guys this period? Hi, Arfo. Rivermint said, "How are you now?" I'm fine now. I got Omicron. I never lost. I didn't have no like lung or breathing issues. I was never concerned that I might have to go to the hospital or anything. But it was not, absolutely not just a cold or just a flu. It was for 7 days. Just very very miserable. Nothing that would I never even thought for one moment I would have to go to I need to go to the hospital or anything like that. But it was definitely worse than a cold. Hello everyone. What deals do we have? Vocal Gems Collection, Raw Sound. Only 2 days, little over 2 days left for that one. The Exosphere from Sample Logic, that's a really good one. The Aria says, so we have 2 string libraries. Aria Sounds, London Symphonic Strings. $39, not the best, but I think for $39 it's good. Especially if you need like dedicated section libraries as opposed to like maybe you have like an ensemble type library or something like that. Litwave Zenith, just like a Rompler plugin. Audio Blast bundle, which is two products, Instalooper 3 and Acid Box, which I've done videos on those and talked about them in previous live streams on their own. So probably not going to look too much at that one. The Chris Hine Ensemble Strings is a big one, and it's very quality library, so I have that open now. I think we're going to look at that. Excuse me. The Rigid Audio bundle, the Everything bundle, literally every single one of their products for $60. I think that's going to be popular, so we will look at those. I don't have them all installed, but we have covered every single one except like a handful, and I have those installed. Continuo Karani sounds would be fun to look at. And then there's a freebie of some free narcotics. Free narcotics for everyone. Yeah, I will demo Continuo guitars. Thank you everyone for the people saying sorry you went through that and everything. I'm good now. We are all good. Wasn't fun. But again, could have been worse. Could have been a lot worse. So, I will demo Continuo guitars. Right now, I have this open right now. I keep wanting to say Kirk Hunter because there's two companies where they do a lot of string libraries, and it's just one person's name. A man's name is the name of the company, Chris Hine and Kirk Hunter. I don't know why I get them confused sometimes. Chris Hine Ensemble Strings. Continuo guitars. Let me load that up too. Which is not in my quick load. But it is over here. Hey, let me drag you. Now it is in my quick load. There we go. So this one, since someone asked to see this one. I'm checking real quick. If I get distracted early on in streams, it's because I like have to send out this link, and then I'm trying to check if it actually went out yet. Not that I don't want to show you guys the instrument, but a lot of times I'll start showing stuff and then the email goes out and like 100 people will be here and they'll ask me all the questions that I've already covered. So I don't get an email yet. Where'd you guys go? There you are. Continuo guitars. Yeah, it's a good one. So we'll check that out for sure. Continuo. Chris Hine. The rigid audio, some rigid audio stuff. I have Cinematrix here. So wait for that to load up. Cinematrix, Resomania, I have that one. I don't think we've ever covered that one before. So I downloaded that one. And there was one more. Felicity and Resomania. Okay, email has been sent out. So again, People will probably be starting to stream in now. Loading up a couple of things. Here is Resumania. And then I'll go and... No, you go away. Why did that happen? There we go. And Felicity, which has a ton of different snapshots and stuff. And they all look messed up. I like that one a lot. Okay. Since someone asked about Continuo guitars, we'll look at that first. It's pretty cheap too. You only recently got contacts, so the full version, I'm assuming. You only recently got the full version. You're in for a world of a cornucopia of stuff. Continuo. So this library is really cool. We start off, you see like this super simple interface here. There we go. And there's like two controls, expression and this pole here. The pole, by default, it's on my mod wheel, so I move my mod wheel up and down. The mod wheel down, that pole is all the way to the left, as you can see. Then mod wheel all the way up is all the way to the right. So as you can see down there, it also is connected. So this is Mojave Clean, one of the presets. And instead of like one NKFL, there's a bunch of them. I played a little bit of that. You heard what it sounds like. So you hear when that pole is all the way up there, the mod wheel is all the way up, the pole is all the way to the right side. And there's a lot of like organic texture there. Like they're scraping, the bowing. You can hear like those details on the strings and stuff. That little kind of like overtone and stuff. But listen as we change the pole position there. And with it all the way down, it gets more synthy, more like an analog synth, and less organic and guitar-like. And then right in the middle, it's a nice blend of both. Oh, I'm reading. Hello, Carlos. You won the giveaway last time, I remember. At the end. Recently bought Spitfire audio ambient guitars. That's like the one Spitfire library I don't have. So I don't know. I think that I here's the thing. Even I don't make commission, so I don't make any more money if you buy this or not, but I would buy this. um I have all the Karani Sound stuff. It's really good. And there are certain companies, like, even if I have other libraries, that other guitar libraries, they're all different. When you gets to like sound design and texture stuff, to me personally, that I can never have too many, especially like when these inexpensive, like really focused libraries like this that don't try to do everything. So that's Mojave Clean. How are we getting these sound sources? You can go to the edit page here, which I love, because like this is super simple, and then you can hit the edit, and it gets more in depth, and you can see stuff that's going on here. Now, some of their interfaces are a bit vague. I actually do their official walkthroughs and stuff, and I offered to do that for them because I liked the sounds and I used them a lot. But also sometimes I have to ask them, like, what the hell does this mean? So the way that they do things is kind of like little hieroglyphs instead of words. So I'll explain that for you here. I didn't do the walkthrough for this one, but I did for Continuo 2, which was pianos. So here in the edit page, there's A, B, C, and D. As you can see, these 4 different sound sources. You can click them to load them in. So right now it's just A. So we load them all in like that. You can click this to change the sound source. So blending between, multiple different sounds. The presets are going to be kind of tailor-made set of sounds and effects. So then we have volume for each, the attack and release for each one. Now here is like the effects page. So that's our sound sources and the attack and release, the basics. And then we click this and you get into, these are EQs. And then high pass and low pass. And then some effect sense. So that's going to be the reverb. As you can hear, it's now more spacious. This one, final one, is going to be the LFO page. So 16th notes, 8th notes, and etc. And then the intensity of that. So you can see it says pulse. So you can do things like that with it. And there's compressor, limiter, and a master EQ. So let's check out more of the presets. That is Mojave Clean. And there's 3 other ones that are all part of that Mojave. If you look, when it says edit, we have Mojave there. Mojave tremolo, double tremolo beaten, double beaten driven. So they're going to all be focused on that Mojave sound, which was that scraping, really kind of gritty sound, actually. Okay, I'm reading everybody's chats. Hi everyone. Looks like a bunch of people had jumped in when I was doing that. Continuo is what we're looking at here. Happy New Year, everyone. Waiting to hear solo violin and cello. What exactly? We don't have a solo violin and cello as a deal right now. So here's Mojave Drive. So you can absolutely hear we are using that same Mojave sound source, which is that scraped sound, but we have a little bit more drive, obviously, a little bit more saturation there, a little bit more distortion. So if you want to do like a, you know, a pulse with this, it's very easy. You can hear those like different shapes of the LFO. So the top one's going to be that smooth sine wave with very smooth peaks and valleys, and then you could hear with that A source when I raised the intensity and you actually kind of layered that in, that had that kind of slow half notes, of course, and then with those more abrupt, sharp, syncopated quarter notes with the bottom, which is really cool. So you can hear that one already has some tremolo effects there going on, because it is called Mojave tremolo. And again, at any time, remember adjusting the mod wheel changes the sound from we isolate this. You hear now nothing when I've got it all the way up, because it's going to blend between this layer and this layer. Upper slots, upper two, and the bottom ones. So we can load in a couple you could lower that, or excuse me, layer those two together for the lower slots, which means they'll be in when the mod wheel is all the way down and the pole is all the way left. And then for the top, we can change that to whatever. So right now, it's, you know, it's a lot more spacey. You can do something. I've already got frozen slow motion in at the bottom there. Space still for B. Raise the attack even more there. Do this so they both have the LFO going. You have the bottom layer a more aggressive pulse. And just blend between them like so. I am reading the stuff. Les Fuller, thank you. He said, hope you're feeling better now. Thank you. So you notice I'm totally away from, remember we initially loaded up the preset that said Mojave, and now we all have we have all these different sound sources that are not Mojave at all. So we'll go back to presets real quick. Badland clean 2. So again, very textured. So when you get in the lower octaves there, the lower register of the keyboard, there you can really hear there the guitar, the frets buzzing and stuff like that, the strings. But again, very textured, not like you're not just playing a guitar and having different articulations like that. Very atmospheric and textural. There's some really unique sounds you can get there. I want to check out the space one. Subtle Life. Very beautiful sound there. All right. Looks like everyone's enjoying that so far. Let's do our first giveaway. So we've been here since 2:30 when it started. We have 4 giveaways to do. And how we do giveaways is when I type go, so don't start quite yet. When I type go into the chat, we're all going to type one number, just one number, between 1 and 1000 into the chat. And we're going to randomly select a number, and whoever's closest to the randomly generated number wins a $50 gift card. So and it's giveaway time. So I feel like some people are just now coming in and saying hi. You're coming in right on giveaway time. But hello, greetings everyone. I want to make sure the video I actually uploaded on this exact product is up. I mean, I know it's uploaded, but I didn't know if I put it public. Nope. Where'd you go? So if you're just now jumping in, you're like, what the F are all the numbers? What are you guys doing? You're all crazy. Well, yes, we are. But this is giveaway time. So type one number between 1 and 1,000, you could win. I'm not telling you what you might win. I guess they don't want you going into like Creator YouTube Studio when you're streaming. I'm doing it. Yep, 0 views. I uploaded it yesterday. Son of a gun. Visibility is now public. It's now published. Yeah, one number only. If you type more than one, you are disqualified, I'm afraid. You'll have to wait till next time. While you guys are doing that, I'm going to kind of look at what else we could cover here. Those are 2 rigid audio. Chris Hines, strings, Continuo. I'm winding down the giveaway now. 3, 2. Let's see how much of a lag there is from when I talk and when I type. 1. Okay. Oh yeah, exosphere. I forgot about that one. I actually love that one. I think it's a contact player library. Yes, it is. Did it freeze? There we go. All right, what's the winning number? We will find out now. 269 is the winning number for this giveaway. I didn't mean to put caps right there. 269, let's take a look. I see 256. I see Robert. Oh, 272. Robert, you retracted your messages. That works. You guys see anyone closer? I see 273 and 272. So right there, right now, 272 is the closest one. I did see 273 as well. So that's going to be... I know, you missed it by 1. I'm afraid. Pat Reynolds, winner. Congratulations. Exosphere. I love this one a lot. So, we've taken a listen to some of the Continuo sounds. Let's check out some, just a couple of the sort of artist presets there. Do you guys know who the artists are? DK and IY. Remember DK mode in GoldenEye 007? So the artist presets are really cool. Really nice. James Mark, so are you talking about their walkthroughs? James Marks asked me, "Are you owner of Karani or part of it?" I mentioned this earlier. I've mentioned this every time we do one of their instruments. I do their walkthroughs. So no, I'm not part of their company, but do this stuff freelance, like making tutorials and videos on developers need people to do that. So I do that for Karani Sounds. Yes. So when I do that for a developer, I say we because I'm representing their company. I do it for Sound Yeti, Karani, a couple others. Aside from audio plugin deals, I do that because they need people to do tutorials and stuff like that, or walkthroughs. The reason I wanted to do that for them, though, is because I like their product so much. And I had already started doing it here, and I knew all their products. And he had sent out looking for people to do that. I was like, well, sure. You know who else does that? Pretty much the voice of like online plugin tutorials is Ruben. So like you'll literally when you go to our page and you hear the video that plays automatically. The guy with the British accent, Ruben. He used to do the sample cast. He does it for Native Instruments. He does it for like so many companies. And he does our quick tips thing. I consider him like kind of like if you see a tutorial, like there's a 70% chance it's probably going to be him doing the narration. Okay, artist presets. That one's DigitalOcean. I want to check out a couple more of these. Because like this one's called Pulses 1 Silken. So this is a really smooth pulse, as you can hear. But remember, like, all we have to do is like if you want them all to go at the same, what is it? The same notes, eighth notes, the same speed, then just go to here in the LFO page, which is this little graphic. So what? You guys want to hear another synth, or do you want to look at the strings? I like your Studio One color palette. Thank you. Someone literally just mentioned that as well. Arfo asks, any tips for someone who might be interested in doing something like that, walkthroughs, etc.? My foot is falling asleep. I mean, I did have my own channel, and I did do it on my own. Really, I don't know if I have any good tips, because I'm I'm not into, well, I'll tell you what I did. All I did was I had started my own channel, and it's something I genuinely enjoyed doing. So my first tip is, if you genuinely enjoy doing it, do it for that reason. Don't do it because you're trying to grow your own channel and you want like to transfer that, because I know a lot of people that do that. So you have to really like doing it, own a lot of stuff, and I just started doing it on my own channel because I like to do it. And then I was contacted by audio plugin deals, and I was like, yeah, I shop at your store all the time, so sure, I would love to be part of that. And then what started as that is you get to know developers and stuff. You get to know products, and you get to basically show their products anyway. So companies very often will, like, if you know the owner of the company, they'll very often put out on their own personal YouTube page, or not YouTube, like Facebook or something. It'll be like, hey, I'm looking for someone to do this. And I said, I'd be happy to help because I already know your products anyway, and I'm very comfortable on camera. So that's what we did. I'm late. What are we looking at today? A variety of things. Yeah, so if you want to start a channel, be like Simeon and like have that passion and something different to present. Me, I don't really like watching you. As funny as this is, I don't like watching YouTube videos on products. I love to read about them, and I love doing written reviews. That's what I like to do, is type out my thoughts, and I love to read it. I actually I do not like watching YouTube videos. It's so funny because I do it all the time. I record them. I don't like actually watching them. I had this one open first. I want to play this just a little bit, because this is my favorite one right now, and you guys know I'm an orchestral composer. So Chris Hine ensemble strings. I want to play a little bit of it. What I actually like to do is add my own reverb. So first thing I do, which is another kind of tutorial, because people always ask me this stuff, how do I process instruments, blah blah blah, stuff like that. Can you see that? Yeah, that plugin shows up. How do I process strings for orchestra? I have them all sent into the exact same hall for an impulse response, a convolution reverb, which loads an IR, impulse response, of an actual hall, of a real hall. So I have these all coordinated across the gate. I turn off the built-in reverb, if there is one, or if it's recorded dry, I do this. So load up that, add an effects channel here, 2 reverbs, 1 convolution for dry samples, and 1 algorithmic, or a hall, such as Valhalla Room, or Cinematic Rooms, something like that. For the algorithmic, for the kind of putting everything in the same space. Convolution to put it in a real space. Algorithmic to put all of our samples in the same space, so they kind of a little bit further at tricking the human ear. I'm getting a phone call. What if I just answered this? I called him yesterday at like fucking 2 p.m. and he's just not calling me back. What the FFT? What does that mean? I don't know what you're talking about there. My mic fell over. Back now. Yes, it's working now. Sorry about that. Check. Okay. I keep showing it shows up and then it goes away. Hope I don't have to cut this short. I'm seeing you can hear me. I can see my vocal readings now. It kept going in and out before. Okay, good. What the hell was I doing? I was looking at the string library. I'll just show you a couple things I like about the string library, and we'll do giveaway 2. See, look, what my external hard drive got disconnected, so it's looking for all this stuff. This is the pain of having a laptop with like a USB hub, and it is a powered USB hub, but it fucking drives me crazy because now all of these samples are disconnected. That's why the mic cut out too. Okay, so like by default, this Chris Hine is velocity sensitive. So what I did is turned off that. You can turn off the body as well and gets an even like tighter sound. So just something I want to point out very quickly. I love string libraries that do this, where instead of just like a regular sustain, um, you play it and you can hold the note, and there is they have regular sustains, but this is what they call like a dynamic expressive dynamic long, or right here, dynamic expression long. So listen as I hold down the keys and no mod wheel or anything like that, and it has that swell and vibrato swell baked into this performance on this articulation. And I know the notes did cut off, but if I extended those notes here in my piano roll, which I hope you can see. Yeah. So even when you continue to hold down those notes, the sound is going to die out naturally. It's going to decay naturally the way that these players performed it. So articulations like this aren't as flexible as a sustained note because, of course, the sustain will end. It won't actually sustain. It will naturally decay. But it's a lot more realistic than holding down that key just forever and having this chord play, for 5 minutes. So we get that nice natural decay and a nice natural swell. And this by default will correlate to velocity. So here, if I raise the velocity there to 50%, the sound is going to be a bit louder, a bit more and then the other thing I like about this is that it does have polyphonic legato. We can go here from our main section here. So there's already some control there. You can adjust if it's dynamics by your planes, how hard you press the key, or you can also have it as a crossfade with your mod wheel. Then you can adjust the vibrato here, crossfade, all that kind of stuff. The room, which is the reverb and stuff that I talked about first. And then there are like even more controls here. If we go to articulation presets, you can adjust the attack, the transient, so you can have a very sharp, quick, abrupt attack on the note, or you can have a more lengthy, slow attack. So there's lots of different controls here that I haven't seen in pretty much any other library, which is another good thing about it. Yes, this is Chris Hine ensemble strings. There also is, we have, what is it, the London Symphonic strings, which is, so Chris Hine is $200 even on discount, and then what is the London Symphonic is $39. The Aria Sounds one. There actually aren't many libraries that do that. So Peter Buick just asked, Aria Strings doesn't do the dynamic modulation. That doesn't mean that libraries don't do it. The difference is, what I mean when I say that not many libraries do that, it's naturally recorded. So for instance, this is the way you would do it on most libraries. I changed the articulation now on Chris Hine to sustain. And I'm going to also go into articulation presets and have it as crossfade. So you see there how now the dynamics are on the mod wheel there. This is the way you would normally do it on a library, and it would just kind of hold these notes. You could you could play that chord for the entire song as, let me see, as Randall said, sustains with the 10-foot bow with no decay. So you hear that sound, that actually triggered the highest dynamic layer because I had changed it all of a sudden to this and then just turn that down. So it'll normally be smooth like this. I want this off. No vibrato. Well, that does cut off naturally. I lied there. So it seems like all their sustains do cut off naturally. But as far as dynamics, what I just did here with the modulation is what you'd have to do with most libraries. That doesn't mean that other libraries won't have dynamics in them, or you won't be able to control them. Okay, I need this hard drive that just disconnected. Let's do giveaway 2. As I restart contact and hopefully it, there we go, everything reconnected now. So I don't have to restart it. All right, giveaway 2. We're going to bang out a couple of them because we've been here an hour already. So if you're new here or if you're just coming in, we're going to do giveaway 2. How do we do that? I'm going to ask you to please type one number between 1 and 1,000. Not yet. Please don't start yet. I'm going to type go into the chat. So someone just asked how we participate. Between 1 and 1,000. And is everyone ready? You may go and type those numbers now into the chat. And remember, only type one number. Whoever's close, that's how I participate in the giveaway, and then whoever's closest to our random number will win $50 gift card. So I think if you're into sound design or like textures, synths at all, I think the Rigid Audio Everything bundle is ridiculously good. Let me text my friend who just called me. And you guys type away on your giveaway, and we're gonna do another one right after this and wrap things up. I know we have there's so many products, but I do have videos on most of these, and then I'll answer any of you guys' questions as well. But we've already been here an hour. It's crazy. This is our first live stream of the year and our first one in at least a month. So if any of you have questions or don't know how things work or want just whatever, we talk about all that kind of stuff here in our live streams. So yeah, the one I would definitely recommend. But here's the thing, I'm an orchestral composer and I do cinematic stuff. So some there's some really cool stuff though here. I forgot about this one. Digital Brain VoxPat, which is a sound design tool to make like creature sounds. That you people probably have a lot of questions on. It is like a standalone program. So I'm going to do a video on that one as well. It's just a little bit more complex, but it's a standalone program that allows you to record your voice and turn your voice into like creature effects. It's a sound design tool. It's really, really cool. And I love when we get stuff like this because it's not every day you get stuff like that. So we looked at Continuo, very good guitar texture, right up my alley. Rigid Audio Everything bundle is literally every single one of their products for $60, which is huge. All right, giveaway number 2. The number for this is 673. We a 666 might actually be the winner this time. Wouldn't that be funny? Oh wow. Greedo Kenobi had 672. Do you know what I was literally watching? I'm not even kidding. Uh I was literally watching The Empire Strikes Back on Disney Plus in the other room. And I had asked uh last week if we were gonna do a live stream, and he just read it literally today. And so I'm in the middle of watching a movie. I'd finished my work and stuff and relaxing, and then he replies like, "Oh yeah, let's do a live stream." I was like, I asked that fucking last week, not yesterday. So I was not ready to do it. So yeah, Greedo Kenobi. I was just watching The Empire Strikes Back, and here you are with Yoda and your Greedo Kenobi name. So Greedo Kenobi has won. I feel like I'm in the Twilight Zone. What do you what? Okay, what do you guys think of the Book of Boba Fett? I wanna discuss this. Well, maybe. I want to see what people think of it, and then maybe I'll discuss it, and maybe I just won't say anything. Man, there's some good sound design type tools here. I took the string MIDI and just put it right down on Resomania. That's so cool. You notice how the mod wheel is altering that sound. So it's altering the pitch and the fluctuation there. And you can like link or group any of these controls, of course. Is my sound working now? Okay, I will tell you what I think of it. I hate the Book of Boba Fett. I fucking love The Mandalorian, and I hate the Book of Boba Fett. I was literally just trying to watch the fourth episode that aired on Wednesday, and I just turned it off. And you already know what I did. I turned it off because I was so annoyed, and I turned on The Empire Strikes Back. That's what I was doing on my Friday evening because I got my work done. I ordered lunch, started to watch the final episode, and I was like, I hate this. I hate it. I really want to like it though. But oh my god, the pacing, the flashbacks. Why is he always in the fucking back to tank? Why is he always in there? They make him seem very old and frail. Anyway, good music. I like the theme. I do. But oh my god, I the show is so boring. You know what it is? They have no chemistry. I want Boba Fett to be with someone who's young and charismatic because he's like kind of old and craggly now. And we just have two very stoic, him and Fennec Shand, the woman, two very stoic people that have the personality and the charisma of a piece of cardboard. So like, not that they're bad actors, but oh my god, it's fucking boring. Yes, I did like Cara Dune. I loved all the characters in Mandalorian. Okay, feel free to comment about that. We've been live for an hour and 8 minutes. We're not even talking about music anymore. But we're gonna do giveaway 3. So if you're here for a giveaway, I promise. So here and one number between 1 and 1,000 here into the chat. And you can go. People are all like, "We're here for the giveaway. We're not here to hear about Star Wars talk." You know what? We're all nerds in here. My regular my regular viewers, people that are always here, we're all a bunch of nerds, so better fucking get used to it. Let's so I want to show the sounds of exosphere. These do really good with just one. So where Resomania works really well with chords and Continuo works really well with chords, what I like about Exosphere is that it's more about like holding just one key and getting a whole plethora of things going on. Like that. You can hear there are some subtle kind of like pitch fluctuations there and just resonances and stuff like that as I hold the key. So I'm telling you that because this will not work as well for chords. If you load up Exosphere and you just hold down a triad chord, it's going to be too busy usually. So hold down one key and there's multiple things you can do with it with all these different sequencers. So there's technically 8 sound sources right now being played at once because each core has 2 sound sources. And as you can see, there's 1, Oscillator 1, Oscillator 2, Oscillator 3, Oscillator 4. And then right here, this wildebeest, and then feeling Gentile. Feeling Gentile. So that's 2 sound sources in Oscillator 1. 8 sound sources altogether. Can Keith, the worm in my garden, pick a number? It's either you or Keith, my friend. If Keith would like to pick a number, then you can't. So yeah, like I mentioned, I did not plan to do a live stream today, which is why I'm like extra distracted and people are calling me and stuff. So I do apologize for that. But I did do a live stream even though I wasn't prepared for it because I know it's been a while and I wanted to see everyone. Let's see if my headphone amp was delivered. Yep. Sitting out on my front porch. All right, so winding down the giveaway 3. We got some last minute entries here. All right. I know porch pirates are a bitch. 490. You know what? I will go and get it. BRB. Then we'll do giveaway 4. And then we'll answer questions, shoot the shit for a second. I'm going to go pick that up from my front porch. Find the winner. Find the winner. The winning number was, I'll post it. Paste it. This was the winning number. Be right back. Okay, I'm back. No porch pirates. There were no porch pirates today. I've never had porch pirates. Plus, I have a ring doorbell. Not that that would stop them, but I would literally, I would see it on my wrist. I would run and beat the fuck out of them. Who won? So yeah, whoever, if two people are the same distance, it's whoever entered it first. That's what we always have done. I don't even see. I see him posting that after I already said it, and now it's not letting me scroll back up. Tiro's legit. Are you sure? Okay. You see, I had changed it from live or top chat to live chat so I could scroll back up and see. Because I was like, I saw you post it after, but then I was like, I think he's just saying that's what number he had. And then I tried to scroll up and I couldn't. Oh, I believe you all. See, we've got like these our loyal people here, our friends and fans here who know the rules. And every now and then, we have some people that like to F around, which is why sometimes uh I gotta make sure about some things. Nigel asks, is it just me or are there more active deals in the APD store? Do you mean like the shop or on our like main page in the deals? Let's open up this. Yeah, so open this up. I hope it's nice and loud. We started doing that not last, like, at least throughout last year as well. So, like, there was a long time when there was just like 2 to 4 deals every month. And now we do have like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There's literally 10 deals on the thing right now. So you are right, but it's not just more than last year because it started sometime last year. I wish I had a good answer for you because sometimes it wears me out too, which is why I hired 2 new people to help me with all this stuff. And we have a freebie. So there's 10 deals plus a freebie. What car? Who's talking about a car? So I got this pair of planar magnetic headphones. And oh, they're over there. The Hi-Fi Man HE6SE, which are notoriously hard to drive. If you won, yeah, you have to email. And so I needed an extra amp. They're not 250 ohms. They're only 50 ohms, which is deceiving because their sensitivity is 83.5 dB. Um, looking them up in like full price, they're $1,800. Oh no, not the new Hi-Fi Mind close back. They need a ridiculous. The manufacturer themselves recommend 2 watts per channel of amplification. So like my interface. No, I'm not gonna raffle my car. What are you talking about? So here's my new amp. My interface actually has a really good headphone amp. I could crank these to unlistenable levels. Like the other Sennheiser HD600 are 300 ohm, which is fairly hard. Not 600, but it's not as easy to drive as 150 or 50, and it drives them again to unlistenable levels. And then these I plug them in, and the sound is ridiculous. You can tell it's not getting enough juice. Um, Final giveaway. So yeah, I put these on and like they're open back, but they're planar, so they have insane bass response. So like you get the spaciousness, and I have other headphones that are $500, which are not cheap at all. And I thought those were spacious until I heard these ones. I was like, holy shit. This is what they're talking about. Man, there's a lot of bots in here as well today. You see that one that just posted something 3 letters dot 3 letters, and I just removed it. A lot of that's like the third or fourth one I've seen tonight. Yeah, I want those are really good, Greedo. Talking to Greedo here. Um so yeah, what did we look at today? Mostly Continuo. Mostly just talked about stuff, but that's fine. Chris Hine ensemble strings. Let me see. Vocal Gems collection is actually really cool. There's only 2 days left on that one. I already did a video on it, so I didn't play it today. But I actually really like that one. Um, it's got some really cool vocal textures. Exosphere is really good for those evolving atmospheres and soundscapes and stuff. So Vocal Gems $60, Exosphere is $60. Both of those like really good for what they offer for $60 each. Now the Aria Sounds London Symphonic strings for $39, if you don't have like a string library with dedicated sections, violins, violas, and stuff like that, it's good for that, especially at $39. Is it going to be as good as Spitfire and all that stuff? Of course not. But there is also something in there that someone mentioned earlier, the glissando builder, which is really cool. I might even gonna try to find it and play it real quick, because it's something I haven't heard. I think they do it in Berlin strings, but It's really, really cool. I'm gonna load it up real quick. Let me see. Violin 1, True Glissando. So if anyone's wondering like what my personal picks would be from this batch of deals, Continuo is great. VoxPat is right up my alley, but it's very, very specific, very niche. If you ever do any sound design, Foley, anything like that, you'll want to get this. It's these kinds of things that I do this stuff a lot, even though I'm a composer and we get a ton of instruments. I do sound design and Foley as well. Stuff like this is really valuable. Rigid audio everything bundles right up my alley. The exosphere and then the vocal gems. Those are my picks of the ones I liked the most. Oh, Pooch is doing great. Audio plugin Pooch is doing fantastic as always. All right, this is our final giveaway for our $50 gift card. It's 118. Oh no, paste it there. I see 121, 3 off. Oh, 121 is 3 off, and 114 is 4 off. So might be a close one. Oh, I see 119 here. So congratulations to everyone who won. Does anyone have any questions, comments, concerns? All of our winners email that email address I've put out after every giveaway. Thank you, David. Oh yeah, the Glissando builder. Real quick, I'll show that. I have to use the piano roll because I unplugged my MIDI controller because the mic kept cutting out. Speaking of which, does anyone know of a actual high quality powered USB hub? Because I have this one and it's plugged in, it should be giving enough power, but I have like so many different hard drives plugged in. There's fighting for power when I plug in the mic and the MIDI controller, and it's very annoying. So that's what the glissando builder is, and it glissandi between these two notes, whatever two notes you choose, which is really cool. And it's awesome. That really slow glissando. I don't know any other string library that has that. What automatic glitch? That's what I was talking about there. So anyway, any other questions, concerns? I'm copying these powered USB suggestions you guys have. Oh, I see that one. I need something like that. Yeah, mine has 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. But even when it's powered, I mean, it was a cheapie from Amazon. Greedo, how did we speak on email? I don't answer the support emails. I answer the support Facebook chat sometimes, but if you're talking about like the audio plugin deals email, I don't answer that. So if you're talking about my personal email, then tell me, how did that happen? I'm intrigued. No, the Glissando builder is in the Aria Sounds, the cheaper one. Thanks for tuning in, David. Yeah, if you contact support on Facebook, there's a high probability I would answer it. Not high, but depending on the time. So yeah. You guys want to trash Boba Fett? Book of Boba Fett some more? Anyone get the new Spitfire Passionata strings? The new stuff they were talking about yesterday? So if I talk about someone's, if you go to that page, you'll see what I'm talking. When I said Aria Sounds, I'm talking about this Aria Sounds London Symphonic Strings that's there on that page I just sent. If you're just tuning in and you don't know. Oh, I already bought it. I bought it and was downloading it before the keynote was even over. Sergio, thank you for being here. Sergio said, I don't understand English. I'm here all the time with the translator. You know, we often get support questions in another language, and I translate it all, and I get back to them. That's dedication, Sergio. Cyborg says I brought all about the Spitfire. Can report I don't do orchestra much anyway. So yeah, if you guys are new here and you notice I'm talking a lot about orchestral stuff, it's because that's what I do full time. I'm a full time cinematic orchestral composer. So that is where my main passion lies, and why I usually show off orchestral libraries more than other stuff. Ensemble strings is really good. It's very flexible because it can be really dry, like bone dry. I did not get originals frozen strings from Spitfire. That was inspired by Tundra, they mentioned, but it was like a smaller ensemble. And I have all of the Albion libraries, Tundra and Neo and all that stuff. So I don't have any of the originals except the Symbolom, because I had purchased the contact version Symbolom, and they give that out to you for free if they like repackage it like that. So the reason I don't buy originals or use labs is because I have all that stuff covered. But I do use labs a lot when I'm teaching my class. And I'm starting to get more into those less expensive orchestral stuff. I mean, you guys know I have like 20 terabytes full of sample libraries, and so I spent tens of thousands of dollars on this stuff. But I do it full time, so it makes sense. It's all investment, and I get that back. But if for students, for people who don't do it all the time, now I'm really starting to explore those options, the freebies, the free stuff, the labs, the originals that's cheap. Um, so yeah, I probably will end up buying the originals and just to show it to my students and be like, hey, this is for $29 or something. Um, Rigid Audio Everything bundle. I love it. I really like Rigid Audio. And we have videos on a lot of their stuff. If you're interested in hearing what it sounds like, I've done videos on almost all of them if you just have to search our YouTube page. And there's other stuff out there as well. Maybe you don't want to hear me talk about it or play it, and that's fine as well. Oh, and Sergio said Frozen is part of the Tundra. It's not part of it, but I remember reading that it was in. I'm gonna look it up because they mentioned Tundra in their advertisement campaign. Okay, so here it says so Frozen Strings is all entirely new. It's not from Tundra. But it says, what it even says on their page, what's the difference between the original's Frozen Strings and the strings in Tundra? The techniques in cinematic Frozen Strings have been inspired by the string techniques used in Tundra. So that's where the connection comes from. But Frozen Strings is a much, much smaller ensemble. Like almost soloists. It's like 2 players each. Arfo, yeah. Complete 13 is my first big thing. Was I went to Guitar Center and I purchased Complete 10 Ultimate on the hard drive. So like not even downloading. I went in there and I purchased it. And I was so excited. And that took off my whole career. So yeah, holds a special place in my heart. Does anyone have any other questions, concerns, anything like that? Because if not, we're just gonna wind it up. Wind it up. I mean, wind it down. Wrap it up or wind it down. You don't wind it up, right? So I'm excited to try out my new headphone amp here that I got from Amazon. Keystep Pro. Apparillo. That is Sugar Bites. I don't think that's still on deal. However, I could be wrong. No. So maybe it's in the shop. So maybe you get the last laugh, but as far as I'm concerned, Sugar Bites at Perillo is not on our deal anymore or in the shop. But I really liked it. It was really cool. You're certainly welcome to go buy it and support the developer. A Keystep Pro, you asked about that. What is that 88 keys? Arteria. I mean, if you need a MIDI controller, absolutely. My first MIDI controller ever was an Arteria Mini Log. No, not Mini Log, Mini Lab. Mini Log is Court. Mini Lab, just 25 key. I like Arturia stuff quite a bit. I actually have a synthesizer from them, the Micro Freak. So yeah, Arturia is a great quality, great company. That looks like Keystep Pro is normally $500. You get it for 250, and you need a MIDI controller. Absolutely good deal. Doc Socrates said, I'm torn on R8. Love the Glissandi, but I have no need for any other part of it. Is it worth $39 for one to take? That's up to you. um, there's some cool effects in it as well that are unique. So it depends. For me, I would pay $39 for one articulation if you needed it that much. But then again, I'm not like really strapped for cash, and I get return on, and you know what I mean. I use libraries professionally, so what I'm saying is I can waste a lot of money and then sort of justify it and write it off as a business expense. um Brian, do you like to mix on headphones or speakers? Mostly monitors. uh if I have to mix on speakers, I mean, excuse me, on headphones, I'll use usually the Sennheiser open backs, 600, 650, or 660s. Um, but of course, monitors are best, but then it comes down to like room treatment and stuff like that. So I don't think there's anything wrong with mixing on headphones, especially if it's, all you have. Open back. I would be comfortable doing it on open back headphones. What keyboard controller do I use? I've used a lot of them over the years. It depends on like what kind of features you need. Right now, I just have the most basic M Audio 88 key station. There are no controls on it whatsoever. There's pitch bend, there's a mod wheel, and there's 88 keys. The reason I do that is because I do not make use of the controls like that. I don't make use of them. And I've invested a lot of times into stuff like the complete control, like the the beat step or the sequencers and the drum pads and all that stuff, and I end up never using it. So I just simplified it, and that's what I'm happy with. I'd rather have 88 full size keys and the whole range of the sounds in front of me than the little knobs and drum pads and stuff like that. So it depends on what you need. Ones I like are um I like Arturia stuff, and I also like Novation. I think they have some really good products. So those are two I've owned in the past that I really liked a lot. Complete Control isn't bad, but I think it's a little bit overpriced, and I didn't personally use it, but there are some people that swear by Complete Control. So it depends on your workflow, really. Because just because I didn't like it doesn't mean you won't. So I think that's about it. But good to see everyone this year. If you have any other questions you feel you can ask away. If you're wondering why we haven't done this in a while and you haven't been here before, I had COVID over the holiday break. So you'll notice there are about 7 videos on our channel where I don't talk at all. It's because I was so sick. Not that I was dying, but my throat hurt so bad. It hurt to talk, it hurt to swallow, all that stuff. So I'm fine now. I'm totally better, test negative, everything like that. That's what happened. If you didn't hear before. So yeah, thank you everyone. Good to see you guys again this year. Happy New Year. We'll be back in 2 weeks. We're gonna get back on that schedule. Someone just Sergio, you're asking about Metropolis Arc 1 through 5. What do you want to know about that? Oh, thank you everyone. So yeah, I had it. It lasted about 7 days. It was awful. It was not just a cold. It was bad. But I never thought that I never for once was scared or thought I might need to go to the hospital. Uh, so I'm glad that for that. So, but it wasn't fun at all. um. So yeah, Sergio had asked about Metropolis Arc 1 through 5. I'll be happy to talk about that next time if you had any other specific questions. I own them all. So, go back to watch. No, I would refuse to watch the Book of Boba Fett. I'm gonna go finish Empire. We just got to Cloud City. Lando Calrissian. You know, I think later on I will give that episode another shot, but I'm just like, I'm jealous of people that enjoy it, and I don't want to trash anyone's opinion. I really don't. And I like the actors that are in it, but oh my god, I'm so fucking bored with it. So I will see you guys in 2 weeks. Arc 5 is great. I bought that. I bought that instantly, and the Spitfire Passionata. Really good stuff. Oh, thank you, Greedo. And you as well. I'll see you guys in 2 weeks. Remember, stay tuned if to the email list and all that stuff, or stay subscribe to our channel. We got more videos coming up, and then every 2 weeks we'll be getting back in the schedule of doing these live streams on Friday, every other Friday at 2:30 Eastern time, Eastern Standard Time. So thanks everyone. I will see you next time. And hopefully Audio Plug and Pooch will be with us then as well. Thanks everyone. See ya.